What's up guys, welcome to another episode of Bass Union. Today I'm going to show you my complete setup when it comes to wintertime finesse football jig fishing. So I've had a lot of questions over the last few years since doing these videos, basically wanting to show a complete rundown of what I'm throwing these jigs on when it comes to my finesse football jigs. So to break it down, this is my setup right here. If you can see that. I've been using a Dobyns Champion 733 XP. I like the full handle. Something about a full handle, just it feels good, feels right in my hands. I have a few rods that are split handles, but love the full handle. Reel, you see it's got some abuse to her, but basically it's a Lew's Hypermag, and this thing has been pretty slick. It's an 8:1 gear ratio, and it picks up lines so fast. When I'm out there making those long casts and I'm bringing the bait back and I get bit, it just, on that hook set, when I'm reeling that bait in, it just gets them. So, and my finesse football jig, I'm throwing this is my Matt Brown Purple, a 1/2 ounce. I love 1/2 ounce, that's been my go-to just all throughout the whole year. Can't go wrong with that. And then I use a Gary Yamamoto double tail grub as a trailer, especially during the winter time when these fish are super lethargic. When the water temperature gets down into the 40s, upper 40s, it's all about dragging that thing down there and just almost like working like a Ned rig. You know, it's like a do nothing. With these jigs, I use living rubber, so the skirt is constantly, it's buoyant, it floats, so it's always undulating. Even you see in the wind right there what it's doing. So that's what it's doing under the water, just sitting there. So dragging these things down on the bottom, it's just deadly. You know, these bass, they can't take it. So line I use, I've been going back and forth. You know, Seaguar, Sunline, P-Line, I've used them a few times and they've worked great. Just, you know, I'm kind of in between. I've been going back and forth, and currently right now I have, this is Seaguar Red Label, and I'm running 12-pound fluorocarbon. I prefer fluorocarbon over braid to leader, just because I feel that I have that contact with the bait, and it's keeping bottom a lot easier than if I were to use braid to a leader. Because over the years, what I've found is when you use braid to leader and you're using a bottom contact bait, unless you're straight vertical fishing, if you're casting a bait out there and you're bringing it back, that braid, you're gonna have a bow in your line. So if you have that bow in your line and when you get bit, just imagine if you don't have tension on that, you're not going to feel that bite. So, you know, it's what I always tell my clients when I take them on these trips is I tend to see that I get bit more often with straight fluorocarbon, and I've seen that I mean every time. So it's just something I've you know, noticed over the years, and I've grown a lot of confidence with it. You know, with all these, you know, the rod, the reel, the line, I'm not sponsored by anybody. It's just what I use, and I have a lot of confidence with it. But these jigs, I do make these. So if you guys want to support the channel, pick up some Bass Union Finesse football jigs. These have been my bread and butter over the last few years, and cashing a lot of checks, and it's it's been a fun journey. So, you know, keep this video nice and short for you guys. This is basically it. The only other variation with the trailers is basically sometimes if I'll use a Strike King Rage Craw. Let me pull a package out for you guys. Let's see, and this is PB&J. This is another trailer I like, right here. Put that on the back of a jig, drag that around. It's deadly. This thing has a lot more action with the tails. If you see, there's little flanges on it. So when that thing's kicking in the water, it's just going like that. Where the double tail, it's a little more subtle. It's, if you can imagine, it's just kind of, I don't know, I should get like an some underwater footage for you guys to show you. But between those two trailers, you know, switched up colors, browns, green pumpkins, I keep it super simple. You know, when it comes to jig fishing, I do not want to overcomplicate it. Keep the color simple, and if they're short striking a certain color, then I'll switch colors or I'll switch trailers. And if they're still short striking it, it's that day, maybe they're just not gonna eat it. So, you know, again, this is just a quick rundown. This video has been a long time coming, and hope you guys enjoy. If you guys like seeing videos like this, please comment down below. Let me know what your favorite jig fishing setup is. You know, in particular, this is for a finesse jig, a light wire hook. So hope you guys like this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one.